Alright, good morning guys. So today we got a lot of cleaning up to do. So the Chevy has like a lot of dirt and deposits and grease all over it from never being cleaned. So I'm finally going ahead and taking that time to go ahead and clean everything, and I'm starting to paint stuff now. I painted the valve covers as you saw, I painted a couple other things, and now I'm getting ready to paint the engine cage. The engine cage was like this gray color. It was matched the roll cage and everything else, but then someone painted it black at one point. Like you can see the gray right there too. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it back to that gray color, and then so my checklist today consists of painting the cage, cleaning the rest of the intake manifold, because you can see the front's clean, the back's not, vacuum all the dirt deposits and grease out of the back, hopefully paint all the front bars back to gray, literally every single bar up here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the shock yet, but I'm painting everything gray. Cut this front piece off. I'm gonna cut it right about here, and I'll get rid of this entire front piece, but I'll still have this one. So I'm just going to get rid of this grill guard, whatever you want to call it. Getting that out of here. Painting everything. Getting the brakes bled, hopefully. And making it drive, like, comfortably. Because this thing, as you might have known, is not safe at all to drive, considering there's so much air in the lines. And it sat for so long, so it doesn't have very good brakes at all. So I need to finally go back and clean all that out and get it functioning and safe. So I can actually start driving it. Now that a decent amount of the front end's clean, I'm going to go ahead and take the headlight fixtures out so I can go ahead and clean the rest of the tabs up front so I can get this thing ready for paint. Alright, so I got all this core support tubing off. That's the piece I'm not using, which is up front. This weird cattle guard looking thing. Took that off. Now you can see it's really naked. Painting this right now, that's what we're going to do, is paint this up. I'm getting ready to pull the top of the shocks up so I can take the top of the engine cage off so I can paint that. Debating on painting the hoops though. I feel like I should just leave them, but then again, if I'm painting it, I might as well paint everything, right? So I might do that too, so we'll see. Alright, there. Engine cage is off. Pretty much the entire engine cage is off, but the main hoops for the all the supports, everything. Now I got to paint that and that, and figure out, throw that away or scrap it or something. And I got to cut that ball joint or that grommet fitting off so I can actually mount the bottom of this right here, so it'll fit. And that's it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just clean all these and paint them. I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so I went over to O'Reilly's and got some gray paint. This is pretty much like all they had. I think it's Ford color. How coincidental. Dark shadow gray. I'm gonna try that on all the tubing. Do the bed cage with it, do this cage with it. See how it looks. See if I like it. I went and got a heavier duty cleaner, because the one that I had right now is just the dirt one. This one just gets dirt and crap off. And I need to get all the dirt and grime and grease that's stuck on everything off. So let me try this. Let that sit while I go ahead and clean up. I'm going to go ahead and wire brush all the rust and stuff out of these two pieces. Go ahead and shoot them with a filler primer, just one coat of filler primer, and I'll go ahead and get them ready for paint. So I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over there, clean these up, shoot them, and get ready to reassemble everything. So I switched to this Rust-Oleum style primer that's good for rust stuff. It filled in most of the cracks and holes and whatnot, but I mean, it's never gonna be perfect. You can see how bad the top of the radiator mount was, but it looks a lot better. So I'm gonna paint it this dark shadow gray, Duplicolor, Ford color. It's like an $8 can. We're gonna go and see how this looks. I wanna try to do all the tubing this color, which is kind of a bad idea considering it's like $8 a can, but we'll see how it works. So I went ahead and sprayed these. You can see, I think it looks really good, like gunmetal, kind of metallic color. I put a pull up on Instagram of versus doing a metallic bronze kind of color or a metallic gunmetal gray, and the bronze got shut down immediately. I kind of thought that was going to happen because it's really different. And a lot of people just stick with the gunmetal. I think it looks really good. It's going to look really good. If you want to try to help out with the project, I do a lot of Instagram polls. I try to do a lot more with making decisions, so you can check out my Instagram at @thecraig909. And let me know what you guys think about this down below. If I should have done the bronze, maybe the bronze would have been better, but I think the gunmetal looks really good. It has a nice little metallic sparkle to it. It looks really cool. Not bad for spray paint. So I went ahead and like cleaned and primed just this hoop. I like this color. That's kind of close to what the bronze would look like, but we're going with the gunmetal. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just spray this real quick, get this over with, cover up all the bronze, and then I'll lay it with this color, which will look really good. It'll match the rest of the ending cage. Then we can go ahead and start prepping this piece. I'll go ahead and just time-lapse the rest of the painting stuff because I know you guys don't want to see any more painting. So I'm just going to time-lapse all the pieces, time-lapse the assembly, come back when this thing is completely assembled so I can close this video out and we can get moving with the project. Alright, so I spent a bunch of time fitting these fenders with this grill. I'm missing a bunch of hardware. The grill doesn't fit right. It's meant for the other grill, which I think has different sizes and mounting points. So it's like not really mounted very well in some spots versus others. And it's in there, but I don't like the gap. So I'm gonna have to obviously design some sort of mounting bracket to help with the grill. And remount everything, help everything get remounted so it actually will fit good and it'll have a good body line. But as of right now, this will have to do. The grill's in there solid, it's not going anywhere. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and just hook up the lights and then get the hood on this thing and the radiator mount back in so we can go ahead and just start driving this thing so we can get it on the road. Alright, so everything for the most part on the truck is done. I got the grill on, it's mocked up, kind of ish, like I said. It's on there, but it doesn't really fit the fiberglass very well, so I got to work with that. Engine cage is on, the hoops are painted, the control arms are painted. It's all just to make it look a little bit better because I didn't get to actually take the parts off and sandblast them or do any fancy stuff like that. But this will temporarily do a lot better, I think. So yeah, we went ahead and just lightly cleaned and sprayed those, and same with the top tubes, and I think it looks a lot better, that's for sure. And I definitely like the Chevy grill versus the GM grill. The GM grill does not look that great, I don't think, and the Chevy grill definitely looks a lot better. It's all jacked up. Yeah, I can't put the old clip back on, so this is the only thing I got to work with, so I think it looks pretty good for what it is. Next thing on our to-do list is to route all the wires for the headlights, all the switches, all the front end wiring basically needs to get redone or rewired. All the headlights need to get wired, turn signals, hazards, everything needs to get hooked up essentially. I need to bleed the brakes so we can get brakes on this thing, and then hopefully start making it more reliable so I can actually start driving the thing and start making videos of actually using it instead of just working on it, because it's got a lot of travel and I want to use it all. So hopefully we get some cool off-road stuff going on, and moving into interior, get that. Hopefully going to finish the interior in one video, and I hopefully want to get the rear end of it done in one video, and pretty much get the whole thing painted in one video so I can get this thing done, sold, and moved on to the next project, because I know some of you guys don't like it, some of you do, but I just want to get the thing done so I can move on to what's next, because what's next is always going to be better. Let me know what you think down below. Like the video if you did enjoy it, I really would appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.